EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to South Florida and Hard Rock Stadium here in Miami. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Dallas Cowboys and the Miami Dolphins. So we will start here at the 25. Throwing to start here is Tua. Flushed out right. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Tua. That's complete to Mostert out of the backfield. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding opens.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it. And the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. A first down screen pass, good for 5.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time worked well for a solid gain.
To throw again on 2nd down. Prescott. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
Partner, the good ones have a clock running in their head, okay, because it says something like this: I've got this many seconds to find a target. After that, I have to tuck it and try and get some yardage on this first down snap. He doesn't just get some yards, though. He gets a big gain, and they'll come right back with another 1st and 10.
And he'll be brought down at the 27. Pretty solid opening drive here, Charles. They've worked in the run game, the pass game, just steadily getting yards, and now they've got it inside the red zone here with an opportunity.
And the only thing they don't have so far is points. But the way that they're moving the ball now, that shouldn't take much longer. And they've established a great balance so far. Running, passing, doing what they want on offense. Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
A 2nd down throw for Prescott. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 15-yard line. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first. A nice gain there to his trusty tight end, and now it's got them thinking opening drive touchdown here as they get into the red zone.
And in most cases with your tight end, you feel like you've got a mismatch no matter who's covering him. Is it a small cornerback? Is it a linebacker who may not run as well? In any event, whatever you see, you think that tight end can win that battle.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. Oh, Prescott stripped. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a third down. Now Prescott. And he's going to go down again. It'll be a sack and a loss of 3, but more importantly, it brings up 4th down.
Well, let's talk about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. Marr able to put this one through, and the Cowboys are going to jump out to a 3-0 lead. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense.
At the line, ready for their next drive. Their second drive here in the ballgame, Charles. Remember last time they threw the intercept to a hit, and the ball is out. And this is going to be brought back for a fumble return touchdown by the Cowboys. So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far, though.
You know the trainers were very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen. They were loving the fact that he got in without having to run very far.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Right after the touchdown to extend their lead, now maybe opening the door a little bit there by allowing starting field position at the 40. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They run out of the shotgun with Mostert, and he stopped immediately there. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. He'll get this into the hands of Mostert. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. So the ball moves from their own 41 to the other 41 here for 1st and 10. Looking to pass. Tua. Well, that one sailed a bit, but the catch is still made. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Tackle made that time by Anthony Barr.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, react.
Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Tua sets up to pass it. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. They're looking at a 2nd and 8 now from the 10. From the gun, it's Tua. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Tua Tagovailoa, a 15-yard touchdown run. And the Dolphins are back within a score. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And this will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble to bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. Drive by the Cowboys offense. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Prescott. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left. He tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
Prescott on 3rd and 2. He finds his man, complete. That's Schultz. 20, 10, 5, touchdown, Cowboys. Dalton Schultz, 65 yards. And the Cowboys are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Following the touchdown, here's Moore to kick it away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need him right now because they're trying. He's got a man, complete. Touchdown Dolphins. Tyreek Hill, 77 yards. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we had quoted back to us, well, you know something, when you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. Well, sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. Hey, that's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long, man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
Back out there to boom after the PAT miss. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
From the 29, Prescott. A dump off to Elliott. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. On third down, it's Prescott. Back to Elliott, and he's got him again. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That's their second. They'll be down to one remaining here in this first half. Fourth down, Prescott. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Tua going to throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. This offense set to begin the third quarter. And, Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here. That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. He's got a man complete. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
It's not often that you'll find offensive and defensive guys that'll agree on much, but one place they find common ground, you've got to protect or attack the middle of the field. And no one was there. What a big play, moving it downfield.
Prescott looks to throw on first, eluding the pressure right. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Prescott. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Dak Prescott, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a 2-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome, a little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Tua. That's complete. What a grab by Hill. And they work this well upfield across the 45. On first down, Tagovailoa. That's caught. Waddle on the left side. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Hill diving, and he's got it full extension. What a catch. And again, it's Tagovailoa. Caught by Wilson. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Touchdown! Cedric Wilson, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Dolphins have got it back to within a score. So a strong drive here to lead off this third quarter and gets them right back in this football game.
And I think we can safely call that a statement drive because they had to be saying, we have put our best foot forward in the first half, but we certainly mean business now. Maybe a better term, a prove-it drive. They proved it to themselves that they were ready to go.
And this one is caught. So they come up with a 2-point conversion, and that makes this a 1-point game now. And the Cowboys are able to recover. I know they're down, but starting the third quarter there with the onside kick, what'd you think?
Well, I think that they're looking at it as we may not have as many possessions in this game as we want. There may be that sense and that feel that they've got to go ahead and make something happen, steal a possession, try and steal some points, and get themselves right back in a position to try and win the game.
Now a pass dumped off to his running back, and he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
For as many sacks as this defense has, you can understand their willingness to try and get upfield and get another. So what a really smart play call here to use their aggression against them, go with the screen, and they're able to get the first down.
And that's Elliott, complete. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
On second down, Elliott gets around him. And able to get this to the 24-yard line. They began the play at the 12. It's also a pickup of 12 for the first down. Back now in Miami. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott rolling to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. It'll only be a loss of a couple, but the pressure gets home on first down. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Behind the chain, 2nd and 12. Throwing, Prescott. Steps away to his left. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
Late in the game, he's certainly doing everything in his power to buy time for his guys to make a play, but in this case, he's surrounded, and all he has room to do is to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Prescott now. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Rowe. And the Dolphins are right back in this football game. A critical error there in a tight game in the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
On 1st down, they go with Mostert again. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Meanwhile, Tua's throw is taken in by Waddle. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 43. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. This will be caught. It's Waddle. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. Three points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Here we go. Black, 95.
Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. He'll swing this out to Mostert. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
30-yard line, 2nd and 12. Tua. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. I guess you can't be afraid to take those chances late in the game. He tried to fit that one in there. Nice job, though, defensively.
But to your point, it was a nice job of knocking the ball away. But you're also right. You can't be afraid to take those chances. That means your guy's going downfield to catch the ball.
Well, he forces one there. It's a potential dagger as it's intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Brown.